Hello everyone, this is Utpal Sinha from the SSM Academy. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 4 most powerful ways to rank on Google for any keyword that you want. So if you have a website and you do not know what SEO is, you are kind of avoiding to optimize your website, then this is a very big mistake that could even end up closing your website. So if you do not know what ACO is a process, or you could say ACO is a set of techniques that can actually help you to rank on search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo and all. And these days ACO has become a super important notion that you can't ignore in any way if you really want to grow your business online. And until and unless you watch this complete video, you're not gonna be able to rank number 1 on Google. So make sure to be with me till the very end of this video to learn the 4 most powerful ACO tips that can surely help you in your ACO efforts. So I got started in ACO approximately 6 years ago, and as a first project I created a website called Job Hub. However, it no longer exists as of now, so even if you search for it on Google, you're not gonna see my website. So anyway, it was a kind of replication of Naukri.com, where we used to provide information about the job vacancies as Naukri does via their job portal. So when I created the website, I was like, oh, this is a fantastic website. It has all the functions that someone needs to get a job. And I thought people are gonna come to my website and I'm gonna get a lots of traffic from Google. But you know what? I published the website and no one came to it. And eventually we had to stop the startup. So at that point of time, I realized there was something called SEO that I must have to do to get traffic from search engines. So when I first started doing SEO, it was as simple as putting the keywords on your website and you could rank. However, these days, as of now, SEO has become a super challenging topic that needs time and effort to see results in the near future. But you don't need to worry. As soon as you complete watching this video, you will be able to optimize your website or your client's website for whatever objective you have. So now let's get into the topic of this video. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 4 most powerful SEO tips to rank on Google. So the number 1 tip that I have for you is focus on content. So content is everything when it comes to internet marketing or digital marketing or web marketing or whatever you call it. So Google has an algorithm called Hummingbird, and with Hummingbird what Google decided to do is that websites that just have content on everything, on every topic, won't rank as well as websites that focus on one specific single niche and are super detailed. For example, let's say you have a website about maybe mobile phone suggestions, and your content is, let's say, talking about best mobile phones under 10k, best smartphones under 15k. And if you end up writing, hey, go to flipkart.com, go to amazon.com and just sign up for an account, and you will find a filter option or a short option to have a look at the best smartphones under 10k, 15k or whatever. In this way, you are not gonna rank on Google. But if you write an article that explains all the way from how to create a profile on flipkart.com, amazon.com with a proper image, proper title, proper description, and how to even search for something on Flipkart, and then let's say you even break down every little things like where is the filter button located, where is the short button located, and then if you really go in depth and you even break down some points that people must check before buying any smartphones. And furthermore, if you mention a list of smartphones that you think are the best and affordable in your opinion, so this way your content will be more likely to catch Google's attention, right? So you should poke holes in your content, and as many as holes you can, and fill them up, so that way people will be like, hey, this is the thing that I was seeking for. right? This is the article that is really clearing my question, really clearing my confusion, right? So this way people will spend more time on your page, which is known as dwell time, and this is one of the most crucial factors to get Google's attention or to rank on Google. So anyway, the moral of this point is you should have some niche specific content and super detailed content on your website to get ranked on Google. Alright, so now let me move on to the next tip. The next tip I have for you is optimize title tag and meta description. So this is the second tip. So I just want to ask you one thing. Have you ever done a Google search and noticed that every time you do a Google search, there is a link at the top and there is kind of one sentence and there is a short description at the bottom of the title. So let me just show you a live example. So let's open a new tab, and now if I just search for the SSM Academy, so you could see this is the blue line which is known as title tag, and this is the description which is known as meta description, right? The concept is super simple. Now think of this way: if you search for the phrase best smartphones under 10k or best smartphones under 15k, and you don't see the word best smartphones under 10k or 15k in either the title or the description, are you gonna click the result? Well, I will definitely not. Why would I click on a result that is not related to what I am looking for? Right? So in your title tag and your meta description tag, you always should include the target keyword. And another important point is you should include the keyword in your title and in your description in such a way that your title and meta description tag has to be appealing. Why? Because if your title and meta description tags don't flow in a sentence in a natural tone, and if it's not easy to read, if it's not appealing or kind of evoking curiosity, no one gonna click through your listing. So you should make sure to mention your target keyword in both your title tag and meta description tag in a natural way, and you also have to make sure to evoke a bit of curiosity to get people to click on your listing, right? So this is what you have to keep in mind, right? Alright, so let's move on to the third tip: Google Search Console. So the third tip I have for you is to use Google Search Console. So if you're not already a user of it, I would highly suggest you to connect your website with Google Search Console as fast as possible, and it doesn't cost you any money, which is one of the fantastic things of this fantastic tool offered by Google. So as long as you connect your website with Google Search Console, just give it a few days because it takes some time to populate the data. And in Google Search Console, you will see a report that shows search analytics. And this shows you all the pages on your website that are getting traffic from search engine result. And the cool thing about Google Search Console is that it also shows you which articles are getting impressions and clicks. So what Google shows is how many people are seeing your listing, which is known as impression, and how many people are clicking through, right? So they show you how many impressions you are getting, how many clicks you are getting, and what's your click-through rate. And what you will find is, in general, in most cases, most of your pages are gonna be getting less than 5% click-through rate, which is absolutely okay. Now the cool part about Google Search Console is that it shows you all the keywords that you are getting impressions for, and all the keywords that you are not getting, you are getting clicks for, right? So now remember the first tip, which was about content detailing. So you want an article that talks about everything under the umbrella, right? So here what you have to do is you have to take all the keywords that you are getting impressions for and just start mentioning all those keywords in your blog post. The concept is super simple, right? So another important aspect that you must keep in mind is that your content should flow naturally and always be educational. You are providing information, right? You are directing people in a direction, right? So you always have to be educational. So the moral of this point is you have to take all those keywords that you are getting impressions for, getting clicks for, and just add them to your article. Concept is super simple, right? So now let me move on to the fourth tip that I have for you. So the fourth tip that I have for you is to focus on your website speed. Website speed is a very important factor that you must focus on if you really want to rank in search engines. So website speed plays a major role in how any audiences perceive a brand online, and it's a very natural human reaction to find a fast website more reputable, more professional. And on the other hand, a slow website is mostly annoying to users. Most users bounce immediately and prefer to visit other faster websites to get a solution to their problem. And this is why Google is really serious about website speed when it comes to ranking web pages. So if you want to check the speed of any website, what you have to do is there is a tool called GT metrics. So just open the same and just mention your URL. Fine. And just click on test your site. Let's check the speed of the SSMacademy.com. So as soon as you mention your website URL, it would take some time to give you the result, and you will have to wait a couple of minutes to get the result. Fantastic. So as you could see, the SSMacademy.com website is loading under 2.2 seconds. And according to Google, the best practice is to have a website which takes maximum 3 seconds to load. So this is something that you really have to focus on, right? So let me go back to the PDF. That's super. So let's recap on the tips. So the first one was to focus on your content, right? Next one was make sure to include the keywords within your title tag and your meta description tag, and here you should also remember to evoke a bit of curiosity to get people to click on your title tag. And the number 3 was to use a free tool called Google Search Console and just take all those keywords which you are getting impressions and clicks for and just add them to your article. And last but not the least, you have to focus on your website speed. This is super important. So these are the 4 most powerful SEO tips, and now I want you to take these tips and implement them into your strategy. And then after you implement them in the next 50 days, I want you to leave a comment with your results, because I know these tips work and they have worked for me, they have worked for my clients as well, and that's why I'm challenging you. So I challenge you to take action and implement these 4 tips. So that's it for this video. Now if you have any questions on this, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section, and I will definitely try to help you as much as possible. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.